Hewitt, and today I got Todd Man
Hello.
in Aviary Law.
Hello.
How's it going, guys?
Wunderbar.
Great.
We'll get the sad news out of the way.
I didn't know there was sad
There's
news.
very sad news.
Okay.
Way to bring us down right at the beginning.
Well, we're just going to get it out of the way because normally we're a positive podcast. But Steve Ditko died.
Yeah, that's right.
He,
Rest in peace.
creator of Doctor Strange and co-creator of Spider-Man with Stan Lee. Stan Lee came up with the name and like the climbing on walls.
Yeah.
But Steve Ditko actually created the suit, which kind of is super iconic if you really think about like when you think of Spider-Man.
Thing about Spider-Man is the suit, probably.
Yeah.
The way he looks.
And he came up with the web shooters coming out of his wrists,
You know, at
and not
first,
just a gun.
well, at first, I didn't like the whole web shooter thing, the cartridge, like when they do it that way instead of it coming like naturally out of him.
Oh yeah, I don't know if he came up with the. He just came up with the. He shouldn't be carrying a gun that shoots web, which was the original.
Oh, he had a gun. oh, that's much worse.
Yeah, that's terrible. Knocked the gun out of his hand. Well, I don't no longer have the basis of my power. Yeah. I don't like the cartridge idea, actually, because I'm like I get that he still gets these other powers, like he can climb and shit because of the spider, but like that's part of being a spider, man. You shoot webs.
Yeah. Marvel, for me, just made it cooler because, like, at first I didn't like the cartridges. I liked it, like, the Tobey Maguire way where it was just all natural, you know? But Marvel made the cartridges cooler because it does a lot. He can do, like, 500 different fucking things. Oop, there's the first one right off the bat.
The only one.
Nice.
We're just
I
gonna
didn't really finish it, but
It's not me, so
use that sound. But, yeah, he can do a lot of things with it.
I like it. I just think it's cool if it's natural. Plus, I think it'd be cool if he had to like stop and like sit in a corner for like 10 minutes and really like spin some shit.
Get some
Dang
web.
it. Spin some webs on the inside. Todd cursed. Now I'm like, well, that's it. We're opening the floodgates.
Yeah. We try to do geeks first, so get this so we
get
can
it.
be clean.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just ready to go, man.
But rest in peace, Steve Ditko.
Sorry.
Yeah. I'm always thinking Stan Lee's dead because how can he not be? He's so old.
He is just he's just chugging on, man. His wife just died too, right? A couple years ago.
I think last year.
Yeah, I think that sounds right. And it's crazy because as you know, I'm not a big comic book guy, but I've been running through the Marvel universe lately, and we just finished Guardians 2.
Oh, nice.
So we're pretty far. I liked it. You mean the series as a whole?
Yeah, like, have you been shocked at how much you liked it, or underwhelmed, or?
No, I like it. I don't know. I'm not underwhelmed, no, I wouldn't say. I haven't really been, like, watching them and thinking, like, all right, I need to really think about this so we can discuss it later. It's been more like a casual, like, look at my phone occasionally type of watch, you know? But no, I really liked it a lot. But it also, like, as they go along, I'm like, because you see, you see Stan Lee every time somewhere in some little cameo, and I'm like, that's gonna be really sad when those aren't gonna CGI those in there in a couple of years.
They easily could.
I think they will.
Yeah,
or they'll put like
give the homage.
Yeah, like the background, there'll be a picture of him or like a bust in like a museum.
Yeah,
some little nods like that.
Yeah.
They did that with on Ghostbusters with Egon.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
The new Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Can I think of it? Harold
Ramis?
Yeah, Ramis. Yeah,
because he had died. But Steve Ditko is 90, so that's a long life.
How old is Stan Lee?
I feel like he's 93.
Yeah, he's in his 90s.
I know one thing. I need to start writing comic books because apparently that's how you live forever. Is you just become a comic book author.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Died of a heart attack.
Sleep?
I don't know if it was in his sleep peacefully.
That's how
I mean, if you're 90, you're always sleeping, I feel.
Pantera drummer that just died, he had a heart attack too. He was asleep. Vinnie Paul.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Vinnie Paul.
Yeah, I feel like
heart attack.
I feel like when you're that old, you're sleeping every like 25 minutes. So odds are he probably died in his sleep.
Yeah.
He's 95.
Stan Lee?
Stanley's 95. Yeah.
Jeez.
He was born in 1922. Isn't that just weird?
How old is Guardians 2?
The film? 2 years old?
About
No, it was
the second one.
Yeah, the second one came out last year.
And he looked pretty darn good in that for being 93 years old at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's holding up.
Yeah.
Somehow.
He's keeping up the streak. That's all I'll say. I just saw Ant-Man.
He sure,
Oh, yeah.
he sure knows a lot about superpowers. So, I mean, if anyone could possibly have some,
That's true. What if he just lives forever?
he's like, I got to keep aging, keep these guys off my trail.
Yeah,
but
it's all a joke.
As he swings through New York City on his
His web gun.
That's ridiculous.
Think of how great it would have been back then. Because, like, try to come up with a superhero right now, an original one. It's not nearly impossible.
all mine are completely perverted.
But, like, back then, there was none. Like a blank slate.
Oh, yeah.
A guy that climbs on walls.
Dibs,
Yeah, like,
trademark.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you think he'll go down, like Stan Lee, do you think he'll go down as the most influential creator of our generation?
Only one I know.
Like Walt Disney,
Oh.
George Lucas.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
I think he'll topple Disney.
Well, I think part of the problem. I think part of the thing is too. There's a pop culture thing right now. Not right now, but within the last 20 years, about how crappy of a person Walt Disney actually probably
Right,
was.
Yeah.
So Stan Lee doesn't seem to have that going on.
He does have all those allegations.
The
and,
nurse,
Yeah, the
right?
nurse that he sexually assaulted. And
Yeah.
But I think that's all BS.
She just wants money, right?
He's 95 years old. Like,
Let the man live.
yeah.
Not only that, but like just think about grandparents that you had in your life. Things were a little different for them. Like, it's hard
Yeah.
to drag them into the new Me Too movement.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They cannot fathom it.
Even women, like my grandma would have been like, "What the hell's the matter with these women? Get your shit together." Dang it! Get your crap together. We have to edit this one, but
This is just going to be the R-rated Geeks episode.
Corey's not even here. That's the crazy
Yeah.
part.
Rubbing off.
Man,
And my next little bit of news is DC's streaming. They're going to have their own streaming service.
I'm tired of this.
You're tired of this?
Yes. I'm just tired of paying for all these different streaming services at this point.
That's what when I got the news, I was texting back with Alex, another geek, and he was like, this is cool. And I'm thinking, yeah, but remember when we were paying $170 for cable? Now we're just paying $170 to individual people.
Yep. Exactly.
Like, where does it end?
That's what it's going to be, yeah.
Because Disney's coming out with theirs, and
Yep.
DC will be first. Theirs is coming out this fall. And this sounds pretty cool because it sounds like it's not just going to be like TV and movies. They're going to release select thousands of comic books that you'll be able to view on the app.
You know what's going to happen? Is all these separate companies are going to break up into these individual streaming services, and then somebody's going to come along and get licensed for all of them, and then it's going to be cable all over again. And we're going to be like,
Yeah.
we should get that. They have everything.
It really will. I can just pay one person and
That sounds amazing, which is what we just came from a decade ago.
Yeah, that's exactly what is going to happen. In 10 years, we'll be demanding that it's all together again.
Yep. I can't imagine. I mean, I'm obviously not going to buy that one, but like, I'm on the fence about Disney. But the only reason I might get the Disney one is A, I have kids, and B, because they own everything.
Oh,
So
yeah.
there's going to be a lot under that umbrella. But I don't even have Hulu. I'm just like, nah, I'll just stick with Netflix. That's all I pay for streaming wise is Netflix.
I couldn't go without Hulu now. Now that I've had Hulu long enough, and Future Man is a Hulu exclusive, and it's worth
Yeah.
the price of admission.
Yeah.
That show is amazing.
We're going to start watching that soon. I'll figure that out.
Yeah. Have to bum a Hulu account off someone for a month.
Yeah.
Do a free trial.
That's true. But if DC streaming service, they didn't come out with the cost yet. That's where you start to, if it's under $10, I think it's easy for people to just be like, what's this is under $10? Let's just get it.
Yeah.
But when you start getting over, then it becomes like, do I really want old Superman movies, the old Batman movies? Especially right now because their contracts with Netflix are still in effect. But once all the Netflix stuff wears off and there's no Disney stuff on Netflix anymore, there's no DC stuff on Netflix, then you might be like, okay, that's going to hurt Netflix. Did you see Netflix is flirting with their idea of raising their tiers? They're going to have a $20 tier now.
And you get what?
It's essentially, they're going to just turn I think it's their $15 tier or whatever. They're turning that into the $20 tier, and all it is the 4 accounts can be like you can be streaming 4 accounts at the same time.
I already got that. Yeah. So
What they're going to do is they're going to turn your account that you already have. They're going to dump it down to only like 2, and you'll have to pay more.
yeah.
So all that.
I will.
That's an direct response to sharing, like people sharing a Netflix account. With
Oh, yeah.
several different
Absolutely.
families.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't figured out a way to make that not happen through like IPs, like make you have to register like certain IPs or something to your account.
Yeah, like there's a limit. Put a limit on how many,
Yeah.
or like you can only have so many
Deregister
active.
one. Yeah, like deregister one of the IPs and just put a new one on or something.
Maybe that's in the future.
I don't know.
Someone right now is selling. Shut up! Don't say that. That's how I consume my content off of the backs of other people.
I feel like that's how I watch Game of Thrones. I mean, a friend of mine's like, "Here you go."
Yeah,
So yeah, I think that PlayStation View does something like that already.
Yeah. Doesn't Alex have that?
Yeah,
PlayStation View.
I feel like you just can't. I couldn't take his information and do it on my PS4. I think they'd do something about that. I don't know if it's registered to the PS4, although you don't need a PS4 to do
he
that.
doesn't have a PS4.
So I don't know how exactly that happens, but I think that they do something with IP addresses or something, or some kind of proximity.
It makes sense. You're losing money.
Yeah. I heard the PlayStation View is really good, actually.
They went up in cost. That was the article I was reading about the Netflix going up in cost, was talking about streaming services in general are going up in cost.
Yeah.
Which
Makes sense.
Back to your point, eventually you're just gonna be paying what you paid for cable, and it's like, I'm just going like, why can't all this be under one thing?
I just watch less. I've just watched less as the years have gone
So
by.
have I.
So
Mine's been movies. I've just stopped watching movies almost and completely only watch series.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that really is. You hardly ever just sit down and stream a movie, I guess, anymore. It's always a TV show.
mine's always movies.
You're only watching movies now?
I watch TV shows sometimes.
You watch a lot of YouTube, so that is where I feel
Mystery
like
Science Theater, baby.
I underutilize YouTube
I for sure do.
when I see other people that like.
Oh, there's a lot
especially if
on
you
there,
compare to my
too.
kids. My kids could be like, "Screw Netflix, just give me YouTube. All I need is
yeah.
YouTube."
Yeah.
Same my kid, dude. He'll like at night time I'll be in bed and I'll be watching something on Netflix, and then in his room you'll just hear like he's like, I'm just putting on random videos. Like he doesn't even have like a method to the madness,
Yeah,
which is scary because I'm like, what is going into his little brain?
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The other day we were watching on YouTube World's Dumbest Criminals compilation, and it's literally just different cop shows they have just chopped up and put together, and it's glorious.
That used to be on. Oh my God, what channel? There used to be a show called World's Dumbest Criminals.
Yeah, well, this isn't the same where they would show like video footage of a guy robbing a bank and being stupid. Like these are people being arrested by cops on like Cops, the TV show, and like different other police shows where they arrest people. But it's just the golden ones where it's really funny.
Yeah,
the person,
the best of.
Yeah,
It's just
like,
all the meat. You don't have to get through all the fat of that episode.
Yeah.
It just takes you right to the
right.
meat.
Yeah, right to
No
the white
C-list
trash meat.
celebrity commenting on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully that's us one day.
I
arrested?
just want to be a Sklar brother. That's all I want, man.
Did you see the video of it was on? No, you probably didn't. It was on Facebook about it's in a convenience store. These people were trying to steal something, and a pretty big guy is standing in the doorway, and he's not like a cop or anything.
Yeah.
He's just blocking the doorway. One guy is running crazy. They're drugged up on something.
Yeah,
And they have
yeah.
all the cameras in, so you can see everything. And they're like frantically running back and forth,
Yeah.
running into the stock room. There's no way out in the stock room.
oh my god.
The woman
great.
climbs up into the rafters, and it's like off The Office. She
way.
falls through.
Because it's just false ceiling.
Yeah.
So she climbs up in, removes the tile of the drop ceiling.
Yeah,
And she's
yeah.
going across it in the stock room, like in the back. And then all of a sudden, it goes to the front where that guy's running around like crazy.
Yeah.
And she just falls through and smacks the floor. And she gets up like, did anybody see that?
No sells it.
And then she runs away.
This is on Facebook.
I think I
I'm
saw
sure you
it
can find it
probably
on-
on
it's on the
Twitter.
internet.
Yeah. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's worth the Google.
Oh my god! Like the Benny Hill music should be playing in the background.
They did. On
the
the
one you
video,
saw?
I said,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it had the Benny Hill music playing.
Oh, it was phenomenal.
Wow.
I think the guy gets tased,
I think so.
and
yeah.
he gets up after the tase.
Where's this at?
It's some convenience store in America.
Yeah, there's a lot of meth involved for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
I was hoping when you said she climbed up into the ceiling, I was hoping you were going to say
And
she fell through.
They did it perfect too, because like the shot establishes like there's nothing in the shot,
Nothing going
and then boom, she just falls through. She like clips the shelf on the way down.
Yeah, it's like the best cut surveillance camera in the history, like the best video ever. Yeah.
That's great. I definitely have to find that. And so should you.
Yes.
Friends at home.
I'm sure if you look up like convenience store meth head ceiling, that's it. That's gonna happen probably. Yeah.
Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom
Yep.
crossed the $1 billion mark worldwide.
Hell yeah.
Was there any doubt?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. People like dinosaurs.
Yeah.
We've been on a kick. The kids have never seen the second one, Jurassic World, or Jurassic Park: The Lost World,
Yeah.
and the third one. Ugh. So watching those again,
Oh, you don't like The Lost World?
I love the
I
Lost
get Jurassic
World.
Park 3.
Jurassic Park 3 is where
I
it's
get
like,
that.
this is a little kooky.
But I love raptors, so I didn't mind. And I love Dr. Grant.
I
so
love
also
Dr. Alan
didn't
Grant
mind.
as well, but having a raptor, like, I get like where they knocked a guy down and they're just like keeping him as bait,
Yeah.
but they don't act like dinosaurs in that sense. When afterwards the raptor like stares at them, grabs the guy's head, snaps his neck, and then runs off. Like, that is a bad guy in a movie thing. That's not a raptor. Like, he would eat that thing.
It's not an animal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. But
Although cats play with food, or cats kill for fun.
that's true. And they were super smart. They were just super smart.
They could be in the dominant species.
So maybe they were a little like.
That's, I guess, but it just seemed kooky. And some of the effects
Clever
in the
girls.
third one don't stand up. It's crazy how the first one stands up better because they use practical effects.
Yes, because that's my biggest thing is it's a real dinosaur you're seeing.
You're seeing something there
And-
that is like
Yeah.
real.
And then come Jurassic Park 3, it's like all CGI.
Mhm.
Like the Spinosaurus, they had a animatronic one. But
in some scenes it's not, and you get to like,
Oh, yeah,
that
yeah,
looks
yeah.
so bad.
yeah.
Same with Jurassic World,
Yes.
the first Jurassic World that came out a couple years ago.
Yes.
Like at points you're like, why not use animatronics when it's like in a cage? The scene I'm talking about is Chris Pratt or someone is talking to the raptor.
Yeah.
And it's clearly just crappy CGI.
Yep.
And you're like, ugh,
Yep.
no.
It could be one of those suits.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that would be my biggest complaint why like certain movies from the 80s and early 90s can still be watched and you can still enjoy them because there's not that like push for everything with CGI like in late 90s, early 2000s where it was just like
Everything feels
just
authentic.
make it CGI, it's the best thing ever.
Yep.
And now it does not age well at all.
Nope. Yeah, I love Jurassic World, but when you just have that many CGI dinosaurs, it's kind of like, okay, we've all seen dinosaurs by now, you know.
Yeah.
We've all seen dinosaurs, and now you just throw in a bunch of CGI ones at us, and it's like, okay. Like, they look cool, they look sweet, but seeing like a real prop, like the T-Rex in the first one, and like in the rain and stuff.
Do you remember where you like? I assume, Chris, you saw that in theaters. Jurassic Park, the original.
I think that might be the only one I've seen actually. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Lost World's pretty good.
Is that the one where Newman from Seinfeld?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only one I've seen.
Good.
Do you remember? Were you like awestruck by it? When you
Yeah, I
saw
thought it was really cool.
because of
Yeah.
like that's a real dinosaur. Like when you're like at the age we were at.
Yeah, I thought it looked completely real.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, the CGI from the first one has stood up okay.
Yeah,
But that's the thing about like the puppets, like they're real. Like they're gonna look that real forever
Regardless.
because it's
Yeah.
a literal real prop they're working with.
There's no new technology to compare it against.
Yep.
Because it's just what it is.
Yeah.
Also, in the first one, when he's climbing the electric fence, and it like zaps him, he could easily fit through.
Yeah, I always
like I'm watching that just yelling, and I know it's gonna happen.
Right?
I've seen the movie.
Yeah, that's one of those moments where you're
through.
like,
the little girl and him can climb through. Yeah, sorry, Dr. Alan Grant, you're screwed. You gotta climb it.
They never do it, and they never do it.
That's that movie's. That's Jurassic Park's Titanic on a door moment.
Yeah,
it's like, just move over, Rose. There's enough room.
Oh my god, that's funny you brought that up. In Future Man, this is very little spoiler. That is not. It's not anything to the story, but they're on a door, and one of the characters is laying on the door, and they're like, "Oh yeah, there's plenty of room for all these kinds of people," and it's implying that it's the it's the door in the Titanic.
Just move over.
Yeah,
selfish. Like
the door is the size. It's like 4 foot by 8 foot.
Yeah,
you can fit a couple people on that. Does that movie hold up? I haven't watched Titanic in a long time.
I don't know. You mean from a CGI standpoint? Yeah,
because like the boat, I remember seeing it for the first time and being like, "Oh my god, that ship is really sinking."
I think it would still look pretty sweet. I haven't seen it in a few years, but
I wonder how. Man, what's the name of that movie? It was like right when Blu-ray first came out. It was about like the world ending, like there was freezing everywhere.
Day After Tomorrow.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I wonder how that movie holds up because that was all about that kind of stuff.
I saw that like a year ago or so on TV.
I think I did too, and I remember thinking the wolves or something looked like crap.
Okay. Because I was amazed by that because I had a Blu-ray player.
Oh, yeah.
right when it came out.
Yeah.
And like back then Blu-ray players were like ridiculously expensive.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? And it was like there was like an HD DVD Blu-ray war.
Yep.
And I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and cash all my money literally in on Blu-rays. So I got the Blu-ray and that was one of the first movies I got, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I think the first Blu-ray I got was District 9. I got the movie. I forget how I got the movie, but I didn't even have a Blu-ray player. I had to borrow one. And now it's ridiculous to think I borrowed something to watch a movie that now that's a dead medium, a Blu-ray. Just stream it, man.
I don't think I've ever bought a Blu-ray.
Oh, I have a ton of them. Yeah. Back in my DVD Blu-ray collection moments.
I just quit buying DVDs. Never went to Blu-ray.
A smart man.
They're just so good, though. They looked so good at the time.
My mind was blown when I started buying like iTunes movies when they run their deals, and they come with all those special features. Oh my god, that changed my life. That was the whole reason I was still buying certain Blu-rays, because I was like, well, I want all the behind the scenes stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Which, do you remember when DVDs came out and how that was like
changed the game?
Extra gag reel, stuff like that. Oh my
god, yeah,
dude. I think one thing that helped Blu-ray stay around as long as they did is they started digital downloads with the Blu-rays.
Yeah.
So they were like, well, we get that maybe you can just get this digitally now, but we'll toss that in for free.
Yeah.
And you're like, I like to collect things. Like I get all itchy.
Oh yeah. I'll pay like sometimes they'll do like $2 or $3 more for the digital and the DVD version.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I want all of it. I don't know why.
Give me all you got.
In my mind, I feel like, what if I'm somewhere and I don't have a Blu-ray player and I have to watch the DVD version?
Yeah, they
some stranded on desert island and they just got a DVD player.
They count on people like Tyler, like itching their neck real bad, like, oh, I need it. And then they cut to Tyler falling through a ceiling in a convenience store.
I need my Black Panther on Blu-ray.
Hopefully that never happens.
Like Tyler cuts.
I don't think I would have went up through the rafters. I'm a big guy. Even if that ceiling was regular, I don't.
Maybe if you're being chased by a velociraptor, you would.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
That is, when I was a child, that was one of my greatest fears. Really? Dinosaurs attacking me.
So the very first time I watched Jurassic Park, I think my mom got it on video, and I couldn't make it past the first scene when the trees are fucking shaking. Whoops, there's the second one.
This is just a rated R version of Geeks.
Just use that.
A little delay, but yeah.
But the trees are shaking, and you think it's a dinosaur. It's just that machine bringing in the raptor.
Yeah.
But it scared me so bad. I don't know how old I was. Pretty young.
Yeah.
I was like, nope, turn it off.
I used to have to watch that movie with the lights on.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was one of your biggest fears was raptors?
Well, just dinosaurs attacking me in general.
Wow. But you knew they weren't around, right?
Oh, they could have been.
Looked pretty real on the TV show or in the movie. I think I already told you my biggest fear was my mom used to always watch Unsolved Mysteries. So I thought there was murders everywhere.
Oh,
Yeah, I remember,
man,
yeah.
yeah.
So I thought there was constantly murderers outside my house. I had the number memorized and everything. I was like, I'm gonna catch these guys today.
I remember that.
Yeah.
You have to share that story again because I think that was on Los Lost Boys.
Okay, so like when I was a kid, my mom would always watch Unsolved Mysteries or America's Most Wanted. And when you're 5, you have a microcosm. Like to me, the 50,000 person city we live in was
Right.
the entire world.
Right.
So I'm watching this show, and every night there's new murderers, and I'm like, wow, dude, this is like, where's Batman? Like, what are we doing with our lives right now? So I was like, well, there ain't no superheroes, so I better keep this number in my brain. So I had like, if you see those people, please contact. I had that stuck in my brain.
Oh my gosh.
And then every time I went to the grocery store, dude, I was always on the lookout. Like, I'm gonna find me a murderer today. And so I thought my whole life that someone was constantly gonna break in my house and murder me. And I still hear Robert Stack's voice. If I hear that guy's voice, the Unsolved Mystery or the guy's voice, like he was in Beavis and Butthead Do America. He was the FBI agent. And I was in like, I don't know, 8th grade at the time it came out, and we were at the movie theater, and I was watching it, and I didn't know he was in it.
Oh, yeah.
And like I hadn't heard that voice in, I don't know, like 8 years.
You were
And all of a
triggered.
sudden it hit, and I was like, oh, like seriously, I had like
Someone's gonna kill me.
I had like cold chills. I was like, no. So yeah, man, that was my biggest fear. Like that, I always thought there was murderers right outside my house at all times. I was like, why can't the police catch these guys? There's so many in the city. And I thought we lived in Gotham. Basically, I
Essentially,
thought
you're describing Gotham.
I thought we lived in Gotham, and that and quicksand. I thought quicksand was going to be a real big problem.
Quicksand was scary.
Yeah, it was on every show when you were a kid.
Yeah, super scary, dude.
Didn't
Yeah, not
was
a problem.
it a never-ending story where the horse dies in the quicksand?
It's like every cartoon you've ever watched as a child. If it was a series of any kind, there was always
Some
quicksand
Johnny
involved.
Quest.
Yep.
Yeah.
Johnny Quest.
I thought for sure quicksand was going to be a really big issue. I guess we eradicated it. It's like polio. We figured we figured it out, man.
Figured it out, man.
It still would suck to be trapped in some, though, I'm sure, in real life.
Yeah, you're not supposed to struggle.
That would just be terrible. That would be a terrible way to go, I think.
Yeah.
Good luck finding some.
Maybe in Madagascar. I don't know.
I think
Someplace
there
I'm
are
never going
some
to be.
in the United States.
Somewhere
Like
in
a
Texas,
sinkhole or
somewhere.
something.
Maybe.
Does that have anything to do with it?
No.
Could, possibly. Let me see.
No, it's okay. Producer Todd, you don't got to look up quicksand hotspots in the U.S.
So, yeah, quicksand. Never dinosaurs, though. I was never afraid of dinosaurs. I was afraid of actual people
and quicksand.
and quicksand.
That's much worse than being afraid of the actual people.
Yeah, the shows are awful. My mom probably should have rethought her parenting skills.
Yes.
Yeah. I never understood it, though. I never understood why she cared so much about watching those shows, but now I'm absolutely addicted to
Murder
true crime.
porn.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Murder porn. Yeah.
I'm absolutely addicted to true crime. It's crazy.
I've seen every episode Netflix has of Forensic Files.
See,
Several times. I'll rewatch them.
I don't have any desire to see the gross stuff they show. Like I don't
really show
I want to
gross
hear
stuff.
the story, but
Yeah, I like the like them figuring things out.
Yeah.
You know, I like that stuff.
I just don't watch it because of that. It's like I just don't want to see anything. I'm not
It's
gonna
mostly
watch it.
reenactment, though.
Especially on Forensic Files, they don't show the gore.
Yeah, they don't show that at all.
Oh yeah.
It's all about the science.
Oh okay.
That's
Yeah.
what's fascinating about it. That you literally can't do anything without them knowing.
That's true. Unless you dress up like Mark Wahlberg in, what's that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and
Departed.
Departed.
Fantastic movie.
That's a great
Spoiler
yeah.
alert at the end when he's dressed
Yeah.
up all. That's how you do it.
If you haven't seen this decade-old movie,
Well, he's just in like gloves and booties.
He's in like a full body onesie and he's got
Oh,
gloves and
like
he's
a
got
bunny
booties
suit.
on. Yeah.
No, I was thinking that, well, in all those shows, the greatest fear is if it's just a guy passing through town. Those guys are never caught. If you just come through town, shoot someone,
Yeah.
and leave,
Yeah.
you're fine. You got away with murder.
luckily it's not the Old West anymore. People don't just pass through that often.
Right.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah.
I saw Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh yeah.
It was great.
I think we might go tomorrow. Take my son to see that tomorrow. Although I haven't seen every movie. I haven't seen it in order yet, though. But I have seen Ant-Man, which I liked more than I thought it would. By the way,
Same.
That's exactly everyone's response.
Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
You can't really go wrong with Paul Rudd.
Michael Pena.
I just thought it was like, okay, Marvel's trying to be just wacky funny with this one because it's Paul Rudd.
Yeah, but
But-
it's like a kid's version of Deadpool almost.
Yeah, where he's very sarcastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you'll enjoy Ant-Man and the Wasp. So I'm not going to give any spoilers at all away. We're going to do a one-shot of it next weekend.
We were talking about, you asked me about the Marvel universe, and I will say that I didn't really enjoy Doctor Strange that much.
Really?
It was too sci-fi for me, or too...
It's out there.
Yeah, I just didn't like it.
That got announced as they're coming out with the second one of that.
Oh, wow.
So spoiler alert. He must be coming back.
What?
I like what's his name, Benedict Cumberbatch or whatever his name is. I like that guy. Like, I love him in
Imitation Game?
no, Dr. Holmes, the Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, I like that, but like, I don't know. I just didn't like the series. I didn't like.
Yeah, a lot of people, like, I know when people rank them, that's usually pretty low.
So this is completely outsider. I don't know how the community as a whole feels about it. I'm just saying
I enjoy it.
I didn't really like it. I didn't know what was real ever. Like, like I don't know what's real, and all of a sudden, like, no one can see him, yet he can take himself to the doctor to get repaired by that lady. Like, I don't know. Like, because there was times where they're doing stuff and no one can tell that they're there. Like, Stan Lee couldn't tell on the bus that they were just outside or whatever.
Yeah, well, when he's in his astral form,
I guess. I don't know.
It's opening up a whole other can of worms.
And it helps to watch like a couple times because it is like it does throw a lot of stuff at you.
And also, if you probably didn't know anything about the character beforehand, so that, like, I was predisposed from watching the cartoons as a kid, who he was and like what, like, oh, okay, I know where we're going now.
Mm-hmm. Right.
The time travel thing. Are you a fan of time travel stuff?
Depends. I really love like history, so I think it's really cool when movies go back in history and I get to see things and they're accurate.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yep.
But I don't necessarily love, like, Back to the Future, like stuff like that. I like that.
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily like sci-fi, like futuristic stuff that much.
Well, Future Man, then you might not like it.
Well, I heard it's funny though.
It's really funny. But
I mean, I do like the way the I don't know. There's been movies where they go, like, I think the Terminator, or not Terminator. Total Recall. They kind of like go to a future-ish type of land, and that, like, I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
it's okay.
I didn't know if you like how Doctor Strange can manipulate the time with his time stone, or is that just too gimmicky for you?
It was okay. I mean, no, I didn't really like it that much, I guess.
What did you like about the movie?
What did I like? I like Rachel McAdams.
Yeah, I forgot that she was in the movie, but it's like, oh yeah, Rachel McAdams in the Marvel movie.
Yep, right.
I don't know. I mean, I like the origin story part of it. I kind of like how he was a jerk, and like I like the message that, you know, where he had to humble himself. He had to humble himself in order to get help.
Yeah,
that's true.
Although I don't feel like that really works. I still feel like he's a giant jerk at the end. Like, I still feel like he's an arrogant jerk.
He is arrogant.
Yeah. So really, there was no message. That movie sucked.
If you, and the one guy from, was it NYPD Blue? The guy who has his back broken?
Yeah. Yep.
He's
also a jerk.
Yep.
Everyone's pretty much a jerk in that movie, really. Seems like.
Except for Wong.
And Rachel McAdams.
Yeah. The nicest one.
I like nice people, I guess. That's what I like about the movie. The nice people. Few and far between in that one.
What's the actor's name that played the villain? Because he was the villain. He was in Rogue One.
Rogue One, yeah, the guy.
That's not where I know
He's Galen Erso in Rogue One. I can't remember his name. He always plays a good bad guy, but he's not a bad guy in Rogue One.
Yeah, whatever I saw him on, he was a jerk, but I don't know what it was.
Just a bunch of jerks.
Yeah.
Was it a Die Hard or something?
I don't know. Probably.
Dude, that Skyscraper movie, speaking of movies, that's like Die Hard on steroids, dude.
Oh, it's The Rock, Die Hard.
Yeah.
The Rock does Die Hard.
That just looks insane. The things he does.
He got one leg.
Yeah. He's hanging out by his leg, and he falls and flips around and he catches his prosthetic leg, and he's hanging out.
Yeah. Speaking of jerks, does knowing that an actor is just a jerk, does that ruin a movie for you?
It can.
About Die Hard. Because Bruce Willis is a known jerk, especially since you love Kevin Smith so much.
Yeah, so
backstory, they hate each other.
Yeah. Well,
really?
Not anymore. Did you hear about...
Well, there's just a more recent interview or something about Kevin Smith about it, though, where he still kind of threw a little bit of shade.
Yeah, but then he had, like, the contact, like, Bruce Willis called him one day out of the blue.
Why did they not like each other?
I guess he was really terrible to work with on Cop Out.
Oh,
and he kind of, like, to the point where he was, like, ruining the movie.
Oh, God.
It sounds like oil and water.
Yeah.
Like, conflicting Kevin Smith's personality just doesn't gel
Yeah.
with Bruce Willis's personality. Bruce Willis does come across. Now, see, it's a little biased because the only information we're getting is Kevin Smith's side.
Yep.
But it sounds like I believe that Bruce Willis is probably just a guy that.
He's probably just a diva. I mean, he's
well,
been in Hollywood forever. And
yeah, and Kevin Smith even talks about like all his references and jokes are from the 80s because he just stopped consuming pop culture after he got famous.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I mean, he was so huge in the 80s,
Yeah.
early 90s, man. Your world probably just stops when you get famous. They say that all the time. They say that happens with, like, kids, too. Like, famous people, like, their normal world stops. They stop growing once they become super famous because they're no longer in the real world.
Right.
Yeah.
It is weird.
Michael Jackson.
It's weird that a lot of people aspire for that, though.
Money. That's why I would aspire to. I don't care about being famous.
Yeah.
I think I correlate them together. So it's like fame comes with money, money comes with the fame.
Man, I don't know that I'd want to be famous, man, because I don't really want to be noticed
Right.
at places. I don't want to cross over podcast here, but as someone who's kind of turned inside themselves socially, I don't think I want to talk to people all the time whenever I go someplace.
That's true.
I talk about being an introvert a lot on Los Sauce Boys. That was the crossover.
Oh,
the crossover.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't think I'd want that. But I do. It is weird though because I do a medium in which people
You're
recognize
doing two
me.
mediums.
Yeah, that's true. Please don't talk to me if you see me.
I think it's one of those things. There's like a level that would be cool. Like if it happened every now and then, you were out and about, and someone was like, "Oh, hey, I recognize you from this." It's like, "Oh, that's cool."
Like
that would be cool.
But when it hits the point where like, I just can't.
You're
go.
Chris Pratt.
Yeah,
right.
You can't go
anywhere.
I just can't go anywhere.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
right. Exactly. That's fair. Like, because I would love, dude. You know how cool it would be. Like, we went to a cookout the other day, and you were wearing one of my stream shirts.
Yeah.
That was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
It's cool to see someone wearing something that you produce.
Yeah, like it's something you created. Like it's what we're doing is creating like art or
Content.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. We're content creators.
So when you see someone else that is like, "Oh yeah, I like this," enough to pay for it or enough to listen to it, it's like, "Oh, that's pretty cool."
That is cool.
Yeah.
No, you're right. That is cool. And that's awesome to get some recognition for. There's a lot of time you put in to creating stuff like this.
But how crappy would it have been if you got to the cookout and you got rushed by a bunch of people being like, "Can I get your picture? Can I get a picture? Can I do this? Can I do that?" And you couldn't even sit down and enjoy yourself. Then it's like, all right, I'm not going to cookouts anymore.
Yeah.
Right. Or not even that, just, trying to go to the grocery store. Or like the everyday life stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd be punching people by the end of the day.
Yeah. I think that's why I told you if I ever got rich, I'd just be a recluse.
Yeah.
I would order everything offline.
Yeah.
Especially if I got rich off of fame. Not so much if I got rich off of like my business or whatever.
Yeah, that's a totally different thing. Like,
but I still would be a recluse because screw you people.
you probably, no one, like the top 50 richest guys in the area are not famous.
Oh, no.
They're just rich from, like, you could be literally standing in line with them.
Right.
Well, first off, they ain't shopping at the same stores.
Right. I mean,
they ain't going to Walmart.
I know Les Wexner, but I couldn't tell you what it looked like.
Right.
Like I was limited or whatever.
Yeah, honestly, I couldn't tell you what he looked like either.
I saw him. I was like
Lex
10 feet
Luthor?
from him one time. Yeah. I was doing work at the New Albany Country Club.
Yeah.
I seen him.
You spit on him.
No.
Wrong show. Let's not dive down this
Save
path.
it.
Yeah. No, you're right. For sure.
It's weird.
I would just like to be rich,
That's what I'm saying. I just want to be independently wealthy and not have to rely on anybody for anything or work if I don't want to.
Yep.
And then once that happened, I would podcast and stream, and that's it.
Yep.
I think that's called living the dream.
That is living the dream. That's you're pretty much Joe Rogan at that point. You just do whatever you
That's
want.
true.
He commentates the UFC and he does stand up because he likes it, and he does a podcast, and that's it.
I would say, like, he could probably still go into a store in certain areas. Like his local area, he probably can't. But like if he dropped into our town, I don't think he'd get bum rushed. Like he's not like.
I think you'd be surprised. I think the UFC is a lot more far-reaching now than it used to be. I think just from the UFC standpoint, he might.
A lot of people know what he looks like.
There's a whole
He is.
demographic that would know him from like news radio.
I guess he would be recognized in Walmart.
Yeah.
For sure, where they used to sell tap-out shirts.
Yeah,
And-
any place selling tap out, he'll be recognized.
Yep. Yeah, I think Fear Factor, dude. Fear Factor is
I was gonna say
humongous.
maybe Fear Factor in certain areas he's more popular for that.
Yeah, I said there's a pretty. I think. So I'm looking at Kevin Smith right now. I'm trying to think if Kevin Smith and Joe Rogan were both in town, who would be recognized more. I think he'd be Joe Rogan, even though Kevin Smith.
Really?
Oh yeah, I know tons of people who've never seen any Kevin Smith movies. I don't know barely anybody who can say they've never seen Fear Factor or UFC.
Yeah, but I don't know. Do people associate Joe Rogan just with UFC,
I don't think so.
or do they?
No,
just,
not just with UFC, but I'm saying that that's also some ways they see them. If you know Kevin Smith, you basically know Kevin Smith because he.
I know people that
does.
know Kevin Smith, but haven't seen the movies. They just know him as a nerd or a geek.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know any of those people. I guess.
We're not hanging out with the same people.
Well, we're not. But I think one thing Kevin Smith has going for him though is you see a guy with jorts on and a
he's
hockey jersey.
He has a gimmick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
That's very true. He doesn't try to hide himself at all.
well, I think he actually does hide himself. That's the reason why he's wearing those types of clothes because he is self-conscious about himself.
No, I'm talking like
I know what you're saying.
if he wore, you're just being contradicted.
Yeah. This is going too smooth today. I feel like I need to throw a wrench in the plans.
Yeah, we can't all just agree on everything.
No, I know exactly what you're saying. He doesn't try to hide his image.
Yeah,
This is
if
trademark, and he's about it.
Yep.
Yeah, he's not wearing the proverbial wig and sunglasses.
You ever thought about getting a trademark? Having a trademark look?
What would that be? I just look like your average everyday white guy. I don't know.
We'll
Suit and
start,
tie?
Yeah, start streaming in a suit and tie.
No, that's the beauty about my stream. I think is the fact that it's just like we're hanging out right here. That's exactly what I want to feel like we're in my stream, like we're hanging out and having a beer and chatting. So I try to act exactly the same on stream as I do as we're sitting here right now. So no,
I know Todd's thought about being a gimmick.
I am a gimmick.
I just think that Todd already has his own look about him. No one else I know looks like Todd.
But then everybody looks like Todd.
Yeah, I look like everyone.
Yeah, that's
I think I
Is
look
he a-
like everyone.
Yeah, is he a white guy with brown hair?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. You're ambiguous.
He looks like, yeah, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
whatever. I guess I'll accept that.
a chameleon.
Yeah, kinda.
But yeah, you do dress unique.
Yeah, exactly.
I just like.
He likes what
I
you're
like the
wearing
shirts
a
up-
Phillips County Commissioner hat,
This is my
Like an 80s
This
hat.
is my grandpa's hat. I
And
wore
a-
this to Corey's last night.
an America's Funniest Home Videos T-shirt,
Yeah,
Are you wearing sunglasses? Or are your glasses
these
just...
are sunglasses.
and he's wearing sunglasses.
He's wearing
inside.
I
sunglasses
have not
inside.
taken them off.
His future's just so bright, you know? He's got to have them shades on.
It's
It was,
true.
it was a long night last night.
I just thought maybe they were transition lenses and you haven't transitioned yet.
I haven't transitioned yet. No. These don't transition, baby.
I'm just me all the time.
So Ant-Man was great. That's all I was getting at.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
Full circle, guys.
Yeah.
Full circle.
Is it better than the first one?
No,
Really?
it's hard to be better than the first one.
I
Like
guess,
in the
yeah.
sense that, like, it's all new to you in the
Fresh.
first.
Yeah.
It's just good. It was,
They just do more of good stuff.
yeah. And there's more of the shrinking and growing and
Yep.
the crazy Paul Rudd's Paul Rudd.
I think it's cool that he was a criminal, but he was also like a nerd. But like he just didn't have like a I'm a bad criminal about him.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Well,
Like
he's-
it made him more likable.
he-
But why was he so athletic? I don't get that part.
Well,
Like they didn't have any backstory as to why this dude's so athletic. Like was he a
Like-
former Olympian? Like,
oh how yeah he was like parkouring up the wall.
yeah, he was abnormally athletic.
I think. Well, this is not really a spoiler, but they dumbed that down quite a bit in the second one.
Okay, because
They kind of make him like. I look at it like if they just threw any one of us could wear the Ant-Man suit
Yeah.
and do what Paul Rudd's doing, because it's not like he's
Yes.
a great fighter.
but he's super athletic.
Yeah,
the
have you
first
seen
one.
Civil War?
Yes.
He's not really athletic in that.
No, you're right. He was actually a goofball. Like, hey
I
guys,
think they.
you know what he was? He was like that team's Spider-Man.
Funny that you bring that up.
Because Spider-Man was basically like, oh my gosh, hey guys, how's it going? He was
Yeah.
basically that on the other team.
Yeah.
He was the writers, the Infinity War writers are the same writers that did Civil War, and they were on a podcast I was listening to, and they said before they got the green light for Spider-Man, it was going to be Ant-Man was going to be the big like we got to go get a guy and it was going to be going to San Francisco to recruit Ant-Man instead of going to, I think it was Queens, to get Spider-Man.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that's a whole different movie right there. If you don't have Paul Rudd, would have liked that a little better, probably a little bigger role. But even though he got to be
right,
that's the thing with Paul Rudd. He's almost like the perfect guy. Like they casted perfectly for Ant-Man for being a regular guy with his little one-liners. I forget where I was going. I forget where I was going.
It's
with
because
this.
he has this tiny role, but he's super memorable.
That's where I was going.
It takes like it reminds me like in basketball, like you might bring someone off the bench who might only play 5 minutes, but they're like a spark plug. That guy's a spark plug off the bench. Like you remember what he's going to do, even though it's a small role. Yeah.
Ant-Man and the Wasp is just more of that.
That's good.
He's not. They totally the Wasp character is the fighter, and Ant-Man is the bumbling. Like I just happened to do this right because I got lucky.
Well, they show him working out in the first one, don't they?
Yeah, they show him like training and stuff in the first one.
Yeah.
I think we're just hung up on the one scene that he's parkouring. Is the only athletic thing he ever did.
But that's kind of part of that seemed like part of the reason why Michael Douglas picked him is because he has this athletic ability and he was able to break in.
Yeah.
And he was a quick thinker. So I get that part. He's an engineer. That kind of stuff I get.
They made him smart but dumb. Because he does do sciencey stuff through both movies.
Right. He gets in the suit and he knows what to do.
And
he's not just wrecking havoc. Like just
like if you found the
willy-nilly.
suit and you're just
yeah. You know what? The only thing I didn't like about Ant-Man is I thought that Michael Douglas was oddly casted. Because I have problems not seeing it. Like, I just know him too well. Oh. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, he's too iconic of an actor. Plus, whenever I see him, all I think about is that he had throat cancer because of what he used to do to his wife. Like, that's all I can ever think about.
I thought of that when he kisses someone in the movie, and I thought, oh.
Whoa, what?
Yeah.
I don't even talk about this in this podcast, so I don't know.
Okay, let's just go Google that yourself, even though we've cursed a few times.
Michael Douglas, throat cancer, Catherine Zeta-Jones. Just Google that. It's been talked about at length on Lowe's Lost Boys.
Or you can just go listen to that episode of Lowe's Lost Boys on iTunes or Podbean.
Catherine Zeta-Jones. She dips beneath the laser.
You ready to get to the top selling video games of all time?
Yes.
And we got the list.
I thought of this because
we're going to start at 25.
I have a thought real quick.
25 is a good number.
You guys ever heard of Roblox? I'm sure you have heard of Roblox. Your kids don't do Roblox. Is a video game.
Roblox.
Roblox.
Saying Roadblocks.
Roblox.
I've heard of it.
So what it is basically, in my estimation, it seems to be GTA for kids because it's like an open world, do anything.
Yeah.
It is humongous, dude, but it's free. So it's free online. You can buy Robux and like get stuff.
Is it on Xbox?
It's on anything. It's just on the internet. Like you can just play it on the internet, and like I bet it would be pretty high on this list. Was my point because it's every kid I know plays it.
Some things on the list that we have to say are it's including console. If a game came with a console, If the game, this doesn't have any PC games or mobile games.
Yeah,
there was lists that like that. This is just the top 25 best-selling console video games.
But games like Tetris and Minecraft, though, it says it does include mobile downloads. So
there you go.
It does kind of include if this game also had a mobile version.
Not exclusive mobile games though. Let's go number 25. Wii Fit.
I had it, never used it.
Yeah.
My wife wanted it. I think it's probably half of it got used. Twice.
That's probably the norm for most of the Wii Fits. I imagine that were bought.
It's like having a Planet Fitness membership.
Exactly. Yep. Maybe once or twice I'll stand on this and do that's what I did.
I would use it to shower if I was a rock star. That's a throwback to a previous episode of Guys.
Then we got Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I love that game.
I hated it.
I'm thinking of Black Ops 2.
I hated Modern Warfare.
Or am I thinking? I don't know.
You're thinking Modern Warfare 2.
They all blend together.
Everyone,
so bad.
You could tell Modern Warfare had like more of an arcade feel to it.
Yeah,
like with the graphics wise and like stuff like that. Yeah,
I love the first two.
Everyone I know thinks Modern Warfare 2 is probably their favorite Call of Duty of all time.
Wait, yeah, that's
It's up
probably-
there.
yeah,
It's
that's
up there.
probably-
Mine, see, I didn't start playing until Black Ops, which came out just after Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
And so at that point, I never played first person shooters really until regular Black Ops came out.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
That's a good one though too.
I played GoldenEye because everyone played GoldenEye.
Yep.
But like I didn't have it.
I never played that.
No, everyone except
Everyone
Todd
talks about playing GoldenEye.
It's the
played
best.
GoldenEye.
And then we got Pokemon Gold and Silver. I think I had Pokemon Silver and I didn't finish it. I stopped. That was when I was getting out of.
I've never played a Pokemon.
Then we got Mario Kart DS. No, I didn't play that. Nintendogs.
Never even heard of that.
Connect Adventures. That is just a case of coming with the Connect.
Yeah.
Then we got Call of Duty Black Ops 2. I'm currently playing that right now.
Is that the future techie one?
I don't like
the first one.
Back
Yeah.
and forth.
Yeah, that is the one where you run on the walls and stuff. That's Black Ops 2, right? No, Black Ops 3.
I was going to say I haven't ran on the walls.
No, Black Ops 2 is a lot more like the first one.
Black Ops 2, I know you're bouncing back between like the 80s and 90s
Yeah.
story, and then
Yeah, that's Black Ops 2. You're right. Yeah.
then we got Grand Theft Auto 4, which was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when it came out, there was nothing like it. Like if you
Yeah.
played, well, wait, 3's when it first.
3 is when it hit. Like
Yeah, I was
so you had
thinking-
3, then all like the San Andreas and all those.
4 was
And then
Nico.
4 was
Yeah, that was really good. A lot of people didn't like it because it was so dark, but that's what I liked about it. It was real
Oh, yeah.
grimy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got Call of Duty Black Ops.
Yeah, my favorite
Classic
first-person shooter of all time, probably.
A lot of Call of Duty on this list. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah, I like that one too. That was when I don't. That wasn't the one where you shot people in the airport. That was Modern
I think-
Warfare 2.
Yeah.
That's pretty much when I stopped buying Call of Duty games. Because I bought the hardened version. It was like $100. Came with all the DLC.
What?
I played it like 4 times.
Oh, jeez.
I just did not like it.
Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. That was amazing because that was when you could be really skinny.
Yeah,
or
that
you
one
could
was
work
solid.
out.
Yeah.
That was Grove Street.
Yeah.
Taking it back to Grove Street. Yeah.
That was probably the one I probably played the most. No, 5.
I think 5's the best. 5 might be the best video game of all time.
Yeah.
Not on my list. I just think that it might be the best video game of all time. Like,
Yeah, they're still like coming out with so much to do still.
I've had it on 3 platforms. I've had it on PS3, PS4, PC.
Jeez.
I still play it. I've been playing it lately with like I have community members that just bought it on Steam sale, so I've been diving back into it. And
Yeah.
like it's you can do anything in that game. It's like
Yeah.
the ultimate game.
Sandbox.
Yeah.
Then we got We Play.
I don't know.
I don't know
Pass.
what that is.
Hard pass. Duck Hunt. Everyone knows Duck Hunt.
Came
Yeah.
with Nintendo, so yeah.
Played the crap out of that as a kid.
Elder Skyrim.
That's probably
Skyrim.
yeah. We can talk about that's a phenomenal. Yeah.
That is the one where I've tried to play several times and just can't. I feel like, oh my god, this is gonna consume my life if I go.
It will.
Deep
I've-
into
Oh
it.
yeah.
I bet I have over 1,000 hours in that game.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every time I watch Game of Thrones, I want to play it.
That was the only one I could actually. Well, besides Morrowind, that was the only one I could make it to the end of those types of games, like Fallout. Like I still haven't beaten a Fallout.
Neither have
Just
I.
get bored of it.
No, you get consumed in side missions and you go sideways
That
somewhere
too,
and you're like,
yeah.
all right, I can't do this anymore.
New Super Mario Brothers on the Wii. I didn't have a Wii, so I didn't
Nope.
have any of these Wii games.
We had a Wii, but I didn't play it.
New Super Mario Brothers is number 10. Coming in at number 9, Pokemon Red and Blue.
I don't know which one I had, but I had one of those.
I think I had both of. Yeah, I did. I'm looking at them. I had both. I had red, blue, yellow, and silver.
Yeah. I only had one for the Game Boy Color. I don't remember what it was.
It's probably red or blue.
Also, all these ones that we're naming for the Wii that we've never played came with the Wii.
Yeah,
So that kind of ruins this list a little bit because
Yeah.
I don't know any. I've never played.
That's true.
Wii
number
Sports
8.
Resort.
Yeah, I've never played that.
Mario Kart Wii. Super Mario Brothers. That was a great game.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, iconic.
PUBG, number 5.
It's crazy.
Isn't it?
Is this money or units sold?
Units sold.
Okay.
So PUBG has sold.
I bought PUBG for like $8 during a Steam sale, so I could see everyone just buying that game
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah. Number 4, Wii Sports.
Classic.
Number 3, Grand Theft Auto 5,
Yeah.
which is right where it belongs. But then, like, if you go, that's 95 million units sold.
Yeah.
The jump from 3-2 is huge. Minecraft with 144 million units sold.
That's insane.
So number one, we'll just say, is 170 million units sold Tetris.
Which also came with some different consoles.
With the Game Boy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's probably the first mobile app that people, like mobile game that people probably paid for.
Yeah.
Yep. And really,
you could have that on a brick phone.
Yep.
Non-gamers play. I mean, my wife is not a gamer by any means, and she loves Tetris. She'll still play Tetris.
The real winner is Minecraft, in my opinion.
Probably. But
People paid for that.
It's crazy though, man, with Minecraft. Because, well, Minecraft probably came with a lot of different systems too. Like it probably came with something
I know you could,
like packaged.
but I like how you
But
said.
no, you're right.
You've paid. How many times have you bought Grand Theft Auto 5?
Yeah.
I've bought for my kids
That's
Minecraft like on the iPad, on the Xbox.
Well, see, here's there should be a caveat, I think, because I've played Minecraft twice with my kid. That's it. I don't play it myself.
Yeah.
I know lots of adults do, but it's definitely a lot of kids that play that game.
Yeah.
So a lot of adults have bought that game for their kids. GTA 5, those are real. That's real buying.
true.
Like
That's
you're buying GTA 5 to play for yourself.
Yeah.
That's
Mostly.
true.
So
Very
like
true.
that's different in my opinion, because a lot of those games on that list, our parents bought those for their kids.
Yeah.
All those Wii games. So to me, GTA 5 is a real winner on that list because those are all real. You're buying that for yourself.
And it's better than Minecraft and Tetris, so
I mean, dude, I don't know if there's a more loyal following on Twitch than Minecraft. It's also super toxic because it's like teenagers.
oh god.
The worst.
Yeah.
It's just the worst people.
All their testosterone and
Ugh.
no thanks.
I hate teenagers.
Plus, you can always tell, when how old a user base of a game, because like I like GTA 5, I like Skyrim, I like 7 Days to Die. I'm not going to come into your chat and be vitriol about like you not liking it,
Right.
Because at a certain point, as you get older, like you realize people just enjoy different things. They don't have to enjoy what you like.
Yeah.
But when you're like 13, man, if someone doesn't like what you like, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
yeah.
Well, I think that's going to wrap it up. You can follow the show at Some Geeks Talking on Facebook, Some Geeks Talking on Instagram, and Some Geeks Talking, drop the G at the end on Twitter. Todd, where can they follow you?
Todd Main Talking on all platforms.
Twitch.tv/Aviary Law for my stream, and Aviary Law Stream on Twitter.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Oh, just kidding. We're back. So, what's your top 5 personal video games of all time? Number 5.
Oh, me?
Todd, what's your number 5? I'll go
I
first. You
wasn't
weren't ready. I'll go first. My number 5 is WWF No Mercy for the Nintendo 64.
Oh my gosh.
The game was completely customizable, so you could go in and rename and overlap like current roster people.
Yeah.
And you could update their, because that's the thing back in the day, especially. It's still bad now. So like wrestling games take months to come out.
Yep.
So everything's out of date by the time it comes out.
Yep.
Like what the guys are wearing, who's even on the roster. But with WWF No Mercy, you could go in and edit everything.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
I played that.
That was a game changer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really was.
Mine's Siphon Filter 3.
I
Never played
I don't know what that even is.
It was like you just ran around. It was like third person. This is like PlayStation 1 or 2, I think. Probably PlayStation 2 by then, but just terrible graphics. It was kind of like an old Tomb Raider-ish type, but instead you were like a secret agent guy, like James Bond type. It's pretty cool.
All right.
Take your word for it.
My number 5 is 7 Days to Die.
Oh, wow.
Zombie survival builder. Completely customizable world.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're just crazy mod support. It's like, it's one of those games where like you can do anything in the world, but also there's all these mods to kind of change the game. Plus there's still it's been on alpha for like 5 years, which people really hate, but like I love it because I bought it for like $7 years ago, and it's been like 8 different games. So
Wow.
Nice.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
My number 4 is GoldenEye for Nintendo 64. Getting that game was just eye-opening experience to multiplayer fun. 4
Right.
people run around shooting each other.
Just kind of like what. Well, never mind.
No, what were you saying?
Well, I don't want to say another game,
Oh,
but
what do you?
not that it's on my list. But I was gonna say that was Halo for me because I didn't play GoldenEye.
Yeah, that would our age difference probably.
Kinda, yeah. Halo was the first one that was like,
Yeah.
well, some of the older Call of Duty ones, like the old
Oh, yeah.
those two.
Well, you had like Medal of Honor.
Medal of Honor, you could play split screen.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I guess.
That was my number 4. What's your number 4?
Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the first one.
Cool.
That game, Kevin and I put so many hours into that game.
Shout
We
out to
would play, yeah. Wherever you are, love you. But that was the only Call of Duty game that I could play online and actually be good. Like back in the day, we getting 60, 70 kills and stuff and be good. Today,
Too many kids. Man.
oh my gosh, man, might not even try. Every time I move 5 feet, I'm shot instantly by someone. So I don't even try to play anymore online. But
That's all Black Ops was for me. It's the only one I was ever good at.
right,
My number 4 is GTA 5.
Yeah.
Enough said.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
My number 3 is Mario Kart 8 for the Wii U.
oh wow, really?
I love that game. I could play that game all night right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Oh, no.
It's everything about Mario Kart that is amazing. And I think I also associate it with, it's a game that I can play with my wife. I can play with my dad. I can play with my kids. I can play with you guys.
Have I played with you?
Yeah,
that game?
yeah.
Mario Kart 8. Oh, okay.
It's fast.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fast paced, but it's
Yeah.
just like, I think that's what I enjoy. The multiplayer, like anyone can pick it up and play it and enjoy
that part
it.
is fun.
Yeah.
My number 3 is The Elder Scrolls 4 Morrowind because I
Solid.
put so many countless hours. That's when I was in like 7th, 8th grade, just down my mom's basement playing nothing but Winger tapes and Morrowind for like 10 hours. That's when you could turn into a werewolf and stuff. It was
Yeah.
cool.
That was a cool
Morrowind
game.
was sweet.
Yep.
That was the one where that was the big jump in that type of game, because the ones before those were really different, like really crappy.
Choose your own adventure feeling.
Yeah.
That's how I always felt. They kind of felt like if choose your own adventure book is how they used to be.
Yeah.
And now it's more organic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was the first one for me.
Nice. My number 3 was Red Dead Redemption.
Oh,
Yep.
Such a good game, man. It's such a good game. I wish RDR2 is coming out, but like I wish to me the only thing missing from that game was solid online multiplayer. Like
Yeah.
it was kind of early in those.
Yep.
yep.
Yeah.
That was a game that Corey and I played so much that we thought we were John Marston. We became John Marston from playing so much Red Dead Redemption.
So good.
My number 2 is NCAA football. It would be 13,
yeah.
I believe. Is the one I have.
That's a good
14
one.
is the last one.
Yep.
13 is the one I have. I could play that. I still play that, and that's a game that's been out forever, and it's on a Xbox 360. So,
Right.
Rest in peace.
yeah.
Moment of silence.
Maybe we play it sometime.
What's your number 2, Todd?
My number 2 is Red Dead Redemption.
Nice.
Yep.
That's good. That's our only the only one we've overlapped so far, right?
So far.
So far.
There will be one more. At least.
I don't know.
You done? You done with yours?
That's my 2, yeah.
Okay. My number 2 is Skyrim.
Okay.
I think
Nice.
that Skyrim is just a phenomenal game, man. And again, with mod support, that's another game I bought on multiple platforms.
Yeah.
Mod support's really good, and yeah, man, it's crazy that it's still relevant after all these years.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy that GTA 5 is. It's even crazier that Skyrim is. It
Yeah.
has so much push. Still.
I played Oblivion a lot, and then Skyrim came out. How long has it been? Like
Since Skyrim came out.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Yeah, long time. Yeah.
My number 1, Super Mario World. I bought that obviously when it first came out, and then I bought it again when I got in that retro phase, and then I bought it on the Wii U on the Nintendo app, like Nintendo store.
Gosh.
I can just lay in bed and play it all night. It's still, and it's that old.
Huh.
So that's a testament to how great it is.
Is it like the 2D side-scrolling Mario?
Yeah. It's the one where you get the cape. It's like that. It's the Super Nintendo version. It's the Mario.
I don't think I played that one.
Yeah, I know you've played it. You played it with me.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Freaking liar.
I object.
What's your number one, Todd?
My number one is GTA 4.
Ooh.
And mine's GTA 4 because, like, GTA 5 is better, but again, just with how much I put into GTA 4.
Nostalgia, man.
Yeah. And I just kind of like it better. I like the story better. Yeah, I like the story better of it. And like when I was choosing whether to like kill people or because at the end you got to choose to like kill the guy, you finally find him or you can let him go. I was like, oh, sweating bullets. It's a great game.
Did you kill him?
I did kill him.
I did kill him too.
He deserved it.
My number one is NCAA football.
Nice.
But for multiple, I mean, one of the big reasons for me is like that game. Like I played that game forever, obviously, but in college I played it a ton.
Yeah.
And with friends, like in dorm room or like just friends that I knew, and then we maintained our friendship for years because we did dynasties together.
Nice.
So we have to talk every week, and that was literally like while we had kids. Like usually you have friends from college, and then you have a family, you grow apart, you don't see people maybe once every 10 years. Well, like that kept us talking every single week. You know,
if only they'd known what they, you know.
Yeah, that game literally it kept friendships alive.
Yep.
Yeah, it really did. So yeah, that's my list.
Awesome.
Those are pretty good lists.
Yeah, those are solid lists, guys.
But like I said before we started, there is a lot that I forgot.
Yeah, honorable mention Madden. Honorable mention for me would be GTA 5.
Yeah.
Mine are Black Ops, Battlefield 3. Would have been an honorable mention.
SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain.
Ooh, that did change the game.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, it's your old buddy Tyler Hewitt from Some Guys Talking and Some Geeks Talking. And before you listen to this podcast, I wanted to let you know a little announcement. We've made some changes to our Patreon page, and our Patreon page is patreon.com/SGT Entertainment. For $5 a month on Patreon, you can get a extra bonus episode a week. And it's not going to be a Some Guys or a Some Geeks. It's going to be a unique show all on its own. We have some shows that we're going to be lining up and coming out once a month. Shows like Saturday Morning Wrestling with Jackson and myself, where we just talk about wrestling, pro wrestling from most is the past. But we'll talk some current product. We got SGT Sports with Ben and Ryan and myself and Casey and anyone else who wants to come talk sports. We have the Froggy 101 podcast with Megan and myself where we talk about The Office. I cannot wait to start doing that one. That's the one I'm looking at. That to me is worth $5 a month because I just want more Office in my life. JCM's Political Power Hour. We've heard the rumors and the rumblings of John Casey Morgan wanting to talk politics, and we censor it on SGT, everything else SGT related. Well, this will be his free-for-all. He can spew any of his political views that he wants. We also have Gaming with Gabe, which is the podcast version of the YouTube show that Gabe will be doing. And we have more that we are just holding back a little bit. We're in, you got, when it comes to making these podcast deals, you don't want to put the cart before the horse, as they say. So look for some extra bonus shows to be put into this category as well. Also, you're going to get for $5 a month, this is all included, you're going to get access to all the behind the scenes stuff. So right now, if you were a member of this tier, you would be watching how many times I've screwed up this little intro and seen and be like, God, he's awful at this. It took him like 80 times. That is just something that you can look forward to watching. But you get in our meetings. Now, this is where it's really interesting because a lot of times in these meetings, we look at each other and be like, that was a better podcast than we've ever done, because we forget that we're recording ourselves and we just start rambling, and you get a little bit of our, the peek behind the curtain of who we really are and our real feelings. God, we all hate Corey. That's the main thing from these meetings, is we all just hate Corey. Also, the thing that I'm excited to announce, we're going to do our geeky giveaways you being a member of this tier, the $5 tier, the only tier at SGT Entertainment on Patreon, you are going to be entered automatically in a geeky giveaway. Now, if you're rolling your eyes and like, I don't like geeky stuff, well, I guarantee there's someone in your family who does. It's an easy regifting item if that's your thing. But we're going to do anything from SGT merchandise to Funko Pops to just anything and everything that is a fun little knickknack. Think of it like a loot crate. But it's going to be a raffle, a geeky giveaway. You're automatically entered once you're a Patreon member. And right there, that's worth $5 alone. I mean, Megan was on these raffles on these makeup things. Oh my God. People paying $100 to be in a raffle to get some makeup. This is way better than makeup.